got some fried okra and cowboy tails, whatever that is. But then I saw this really cool dinosaur themed car wash, so I just had to check it out. But I don't wash my car unless I'm going to the city. Out here I'm just gonna get it muddy again. While I had service, I did see that there was a little state park nearby and it had a pretty nice sized looking lake, so I went to check that out. And I did get pretty muddy on the way. I just didn't realize how muddy I'd get at the end. I really actually wasn't expecting the park to be so deep in the woods. I did really want to get there before the sunset. It seemed like it would be the perfect place to watch it at the lake and all. And yeah, it just kept getting muddier and muddier the closer I got. It actually turned to asphalt right at the end here. And here you can start to see the tributaries of the lake. And that was a pretty long drive. It took me like 30 minutes. This is pretty much the whole state park right here, and they have a few little bathrooms, some trash cans, benches. It's nice though, really pretty view, and I was there just in time for the sunset. So now I just gotta find a spot where I can eat my dinner and watch it. Sure enough, I found this little dirt road that looks like it goes straight to the water. It offshooted into a few little paths here that all just go to the water right here. And I made it to the water just in time. Perfect place to watch a sunset. I even had like 1 bar of service here. I decided to just drive around the bank a little bit, try and get to that little inlet in there where it looked like there was more flat space. But I should have been weary of this ground. If you see, there's a little wet track there where someone must have got stuck before, and look, me too. So now I had to try and figure this out. I definitely underestimated this area and didn't think I would get stuck in a little park like this, but 4 high and 4 low just got me more stuck, so I got out and checked it out, and I'll show you guys right here. Beautiful view, but I am stuck. Cannot open this door, so I'm going out the window. I did kind of think this might happen. I'm gonna winch this out real quick and go back to, well, I was trying to get right there. See the sunset in the spot of surface. That should do her. Yeah, and luckily that got me out right away. It's pretty bad for leaving this mess, but since it's at the water, it should clear itself up. And so I headed over to this little inlet and was hoping to be able to turn around over here, but yeah, things just got much worse from here. See, I was trying to use this drier bank up here to stay away from the mud and turn around, but it was just too steep, and I just had no way to really turn around without sending me back into the mud by the water. So eventually I just had to winch myself back to the other side to turn around, and I was turned around, but it was pretty dark and I couldn't do much from here. Going back the way I came really wasn't an option. I couldn't even turn my truck all the way around to go that way, but I did realize at a certain point that the road was just blocked by a little tree and I could get back up onto it and onto dry land if I just got rid of it real quick. So busted out my chainsaw and looked at my options. As you can see here, I was dug in pretty deep, but I kind of had to turn around, so. After a night of winching, I did finally end up getting myself in the right departure angle to get onto dry land and onto the road, but I did end up breaking my winch, or at least it wound itself up in a way that tangled it up and just broke the winch. So the next morning I really wasn't sure what to do. So thought it would be less muddy over there, the winch up there to turn around over here, and but I found out walking up here. First I was over there using my binoculars trying to see over the other side, but I saw that right where I cut this tree, there's actually a road that I guess stops right here, but I could go right through here, fit in. This actually is a real road that goes all the way to right by the entrance of the park. That's why I felt bad that I made that mess since I was so close to the entrance of the park. It's a huge park, so the road goes further away. I guess I just have to move the tree that I cut down. Then I just come right up here. Boom. See, I'd cleared a path, but my only problem at this point was that my winch was broken. See, I tried to turn myself at too sharp of an angle, which was my fault, not the winch's, and it just wound up and busted the interior mechanisms. So I started shoveling and doing what I could. After shoveling away some mud, I even tried these tire grippers, but they've only really ever helped me not get stuck. But once I am stuck, it seems to just dig me in deeper, so those weren't much of a help. Probably shouldn't have let the truck sit overnight, because it seems that I just sunk in deeper and the water just engulfed me. But I was really tired. But then a logger with the Park Service actually noticed me and tried to winch me out. Tried a lot of times, but couldn't get me onto the road. He even chainsawed some trees and made a path for me, but luckily he was friends with the park ranger who was working that day, so got in contact with her and got some phone service and called the recovery team. They were really nice and helpful. While waiting for the recovery team, I did actually notice this. I thought it was an armadillo skeleton at first, but after closer inspection, it clearly wasn't. It had actual scales on it, so not even the park ranger knew what it was. So drop it in the comments if you have any idea. And it wasn't long before I was back on the road, and the first thing I did was hit a gas station for some snacks, but this gas station was really cool. They had a bunch of doves and a little duckling I got to meet, so that was awesome.